Hello YouTube, this is Eucep again with another opinion. I've been watching some of the reviews made about the legends for Rise of the Fallen. Uh, I've been quite enjoying those, especially those of Boy Lost Bowie and the most recent one of Eris One and his girlfriend, which I had quite a good of a laugh with. But I decided to go a bit into two of my favorite ones, Optimus and Megatron. Especially to go into a pair of little details which I noticed and which haven't been touched upon, at least in the reviews that I've seen so far. So let's get started with Prime. Prime for this movie is still the same vehicle, a truck, but this Legends figure has had a major improvement over the last one. I really think he looks quite good in his alt mode and in his bot mode. But yeah, there are some things which could have been improved upon. First of all, these panels on the inside could have been painted blue. Might do that myself if I can find some time to do that and find a more appropriate blue, because it's not exactly a standard blue color. So yeah. I'm going to look into it if I can improve it, but I give it a little chance. But there is something which I found curious on him, that he's actually lacking. Do you see it? He's lacking his headlights. It took me a while too to really realize what the heck I was missing. I just felt something's missing till I finally realized it. It's his headlights. They forgot to add his headlights. He does have his rear lights, but not his front lights, which I think is a fairly silly overlook. Uh, could have easily been molded in. So yeah, it's just a little error in this guy. But overall, I can't really fault him. It's just an excellent figure. Besides that, yes, his arms pop off of mine as well. Blah 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 blah. I'm not really caring for that. I think it's quite good that such stress points are in those little figures, despite the risk of losing little part. But yeah, I do agree with the idea for little kids. Yeah, whoops, things get lost and stuff, and that's a bit less nice. But I think that's also a bit of the part of the strategy Hasbro holds, that not only should quality not be 100%, because I know damn well they can make near perfect figures without a problem. The problem is part of the sales depends upon toys actually breaking and people pretty much being required to buy new ones. It's part of the way marketing works, sadly. Anyway, on to my next figure, which I really love, Megatron. Uh, Megatron in his tank mode. Uh, he looks fairly nice. Yeah, the rear isn't much to look at, which is the case for most of the legends. He does have his Decepticon symbol on his back, but yeah. He's fairly articulated. He has ball-jointed hips and shoulders, and due to his transformation, he has, well, a form of knees. As you can see, it doesn't really bend at the knee itself. It's more like an extension, but it adds some posability if you don't push it too far. And his arms, yeah, he has movable elbows, so you can pose his gun hands as you feel. Um, there is also this issue with his face. It's a bit too large for the mold. I have to keep it a bit more still. I've been fiddling with this camera some and for some color corrections and stuff, and now it's acting fairly slowly, so I'm probably going to change that back again. Anyway, his head is a bit too large, but it also gives me the idea that there is a black hat underneath and the silver part is just a helmet put over it. So it doesn't evoke the same feeling as his movie character does. So it's one of the least accurate head sculpts in my opinion. It has traits of him, but it isn't really him. If you understand what I mean. Anyway, let's move on to his transformation. Straighten out his arms, or his cannons, and fold up. Let's see if I can show this better. Spread these out to the sides, and on top get these cannon halves, which you have to slot together. Now this is a bit fiddly. Get it all slotted together well, but once it's fitted together, yeah, I think that's the worst part of him. And then you go on to the legs. You fold up his legs, and there's a little pack and post in the shoulder. Slide it in, which locks his threads quite well. And at least with a fairly solid looking tank mode. Due to the way his transformation is and where his ball joints are, his turret can still move up and down, and the elbow joints in his arms are straight above each other, so his turret can move, but he gets this crooked turret effect from it. Not the most successful way of moving a turret, but it's, yeah, it looks good. Once I get the leader class, I'm surely going to leave this guy transformed next to him in tank mode, just for reference, because I can't afford 2 leaders. Oh well. But overall, he looks fairly nice. His head is only semi-covered, but there is something I noticed, which they probably copied from his leader class, but I'm not exactly sure how it is in the movie. I'm going to see it tomorrow evening. At least in his leader class toy, between his tank threads is his head, which is actually staring still, so I'm not... Please answer me if that's actually in the movie that he actually uses his head in tank mode. But for accuracy in the Legends figure, he actually, well, as far as I can tell, has an actual face in his crotch. Because here in this black piece between them, I can't really show it on camera. I tried it already with a few recordings and it never really came out that well, but if you look at it in person, I swear they molded in something that resembles his face somewhat, just for the show accuracy, but it means that in his robot mode he has a normal head and he has a head in his crotch. Come on, Hasbro, that's probably one of the worst kind of things you've ever done to a model, to give him a face in the crotch. Come on. But still, I can recommend getting these Legends because he looks damn good, but Hasbro, please. Yeah, I know they painted it over entirely black, just so you can't really see it, because I swear, if you paint it silver with a few details, the face is probably there. So if you got him, check it out. Anyway, that's Eucep for today. See you next time.